And welcome back, everybody, to the Breakout Esports Summer Clash for Gundam Evolution. We are now down to our final 4 teams of the tournament after fighting through 2 group stages. And then finally, this 6-person bracket. We are down to our top 4, and we're going to be moving down over to the losers semis. But first, I am Wonder Chef, joined by Ryan Natera. Thanks, Cyber. Cyber's a little bit too important. Had to go, do some observing, so we had to get Cyber out of here and Ryan back in. But it was a pleasure to cast with Cyber for the first time, and now I've been able to cast with most of the other people for this game. But Ryan's going to be joining us for a few games. How's it going, buddy?
Sanjo, welcome back, Chef. I'm great to be here. I know this next game is gonna be quite the show, and I'm glad I have a little bit of a motif on standby on this one, because next up we do have Tokyo Monkeys up again, right? If I'm not wrong. So
yes,
my vote's locked in on there, but we are seeing another team from yesterday's bracket going down here, and it's a little bit of a shame because I did say these 2 teams will probably fight, and these 2 teams will probably hurt my soul. I did not want to look at these 2 games. So, Tokyo Monkeys versus Fusion. I'm excited to see this one coming up.
Me as well. Fusion has been, I kind of feel like Fusion and Tokyo Monkeys, as far as how they've been playing against the other 2 top teams that are still in the winner's bracket, aka Camille and Astakasha, they have been both doing similar-ish, right? They're doing pretty well, but they've just not quite been able to deal with them yet. Now, luckily for Fusion, they've only fought one of those top 2 teams. Tokyo Monkeys, within their group stage and the bracket, they've actually fought both of them so far. But now that we're at this point, it's kind of the 2 teams that have only lost to the top teams, and they are going to be facing off. So I expect that we're going to see a good match. We can actually see here what the picks and bans are. Looks like Harbor City. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to watch Headhunter on Harbor City. Production, if we could just get like Headhunter like 90% of the time, as at least for the first point, I would love to see that. And then Underground Command Center, which is definitely the most common pick now of the weekend. And then Colony Trading Post at the end. You excited for any of these maps, Ryan?
Right, I'm excited for the maps. I mean, I did say yesterday about Harbor City. That was one of the maps that I was looking forward to, because it is either conga line it down, and you know what, be that player to run in with the double melee comp potentially, and you force them through all those little tight choke points, or it's vertical land altogether. We're gonna see a lot of flyers in there, so I'm excited to see Harbor City for the most part. But for the other 2, I think it is a mainstay at this point. We saw the stats yesterday, CTP and UCC both going to be one of our top picks anyway, so I think you know what we're gonna say about this one.
Yeah, honestly, if I had to say anything, it's that just in general, Headhunter is going to have a really good time. Harbor City, infamously the biggest sniper map in the entire game. The Underground Command Center first point, one of the best sniper spots, well, maybe one of the best sniper spots in the game, a good sniper spot, let's put it that way. And then another, of course, with Colony Trading Post, a great kind of open level as well. So if you've got a good sniper, use it for sure. But Fusion, they've got some great options on their team as well. So I'm excited to see exactly who's going to be playing what. That's one thing that we've seen a lot from these teams so far, is that they've got a lot of flexibility for their roles. In fact, we've seen like people play Zakutu melee and a gun tank, or we've seen people play switch around between like Sazabi and Pale Rider, just a whole lot of weird different things. So it's been good to see. And Fusion, I know, is probably another flexible team as well. I got to think about exactly who plays what on that team, but I expect that we could see some switches around based on like where we are, especially on each different point on each of these maps, because point A and point B on the first 2 maps that we have, Harbor and Underground Command Center, very different.
I'm sorry, Chef, I don't know if you know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to call someone out for calling me when I'm making my bid.
Oh,
I respect your takes, but I think I have to take a stand here.
All right, that's fair. I don't know what the bid even was, to be 100% honest, but you know what? I agree with chat. I'm gonna agree with chat, whoever said it. But the making your bed, I like it. I see it's listic. It's listic. You see, that's why my bed's off camera. My bed's over there to the side. It's all about the angles, Like, you don't have to make your bed every time you cast if you don't show your bed on camera. Very, very smart. That's all about the strategy.
That maybe you guys should not look at the bed. Look at me.
They have to look at the bed.
No,
they have to look at it. You put it in frame. You put it in frame. That's the thing. You gotta cover it somehow. It's all about strategy, right? Like, I don't know. Come on. It's strategy is important, and angles. Same thing with Gundam Evolution. Look, we've transitioned all the way back into what we're actually doing here today. Strategy and angles have been some of the strongest strengths of Tokyo Monkeys, and definitely not one of the strongest strengths of Ryan Natera as a caster, who needs to work on both those things.
I've given them what they want, right? I've given it anime girls. I've given them blocking of the bit. I don't know what else you want. But in any case, the thing that I really want to see here today is this match, Tokyo Monkeys vs Fusion, as thankfully production has come to save me and put it on for show.
Okay, so this is where things are getting confusing. I called this out yesterday. Once again, I'm the only one not voting for Tokyo Monkeys. So VCY is a player on Team Tokyo Monkeys, aka playing under Rainbow Monkey, and then the person named VCY on Fusion is not VCY. That's actually Jets Flying. So, and yet, the confusing thing is they're both playing Zeta. So this is going to be one of the most confusing casting situations I've ever seen in my entire life. We're just all gonna have to deal with it. Personally, I'm gonna be calling Jets Flying, and actual VCY Rainbow Monkey. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna call it that way today. But looking at the actual picks, we are gonna have the Gym Sniper and the Dynamis, double sniper on the side of Fusion, and on the other side, we are gonna be seeing actually surprisingly a Headhunter switch back to the Gym Sniper. That is very exciting. And Suraimu actually going to that turn A, which is gonna be that sort of double sniper, not gonna be going double true sniper with the Dynamis. So I like these strategies. And once again, I would love to see some beautiful headshot compilations from Headhunter. I'm expecting it's going to be beautiful. Nunao, though, on the other side, also an absolutely incredible aimer, has been a pretty big MVP for today. So I'm excited to see both of these.
Indeed, as we go into it right now, we're already seeing how Harbor City can be quite a bit of devastation. This giant and choke point here, if not able to cross this one path, there is nothing else to say here for the rest of the game. So let's see how they pan this out. Headhunter already looking to find anything. Find his mark here. He's already got it down, set up, jumps across. Let's find it. Antika's going down, or rather, not Antika, right? Jets Flying.
Oh, yeah, also, I was wrong about the names. Thank you, Zyros. VCY is actually Kirk, and then Onitaka is Jets Flying, which got me confused, because they actually switched up their roles. Yeah, they switched up their roles. Kirk usually on the Sazabi. But as I'm saying that already, this has been taken. This is a very quick first initial A take, which is really what you want. You want as much time as possible on this map to be able to kind of push through that choke point to B, or I should say the second Mega Charge site. And right now, there's going to be all the time in the world on the side of Tokyo Monkeys, and yeah, this gun tank is going to work really well. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the gun tank be able to kind of punch somebody into the water, right into the soup, into the Dr. Pepper, as I once infamously called it. But right now, they're just going to be trying to hold on to a good position in this choke point, as originally target A gets taken.
Right, now as we turn around the corner right here, we do see a very interesting situation, which is that they've already capped point A. They might be going to be very early on with an advantage as well. I mean, 5 of them were already standby there as A was being captured, and they were able to take them down. Yodi is now out for the count, and Yuki is also down, waiting for someone to get them back up. But really, does Headhunter want to go in? I don't think so, as Jets Flying is coming to secure it with Kirk. Now he's back through a corner here. I'm not sure how he's going to get out. Look, waiting his opportunity, jumps out. He does get Tizen, but then, I mean, like, what else? I mean, you do get Tizen, comes in with the team, but everyone else is going to follow out. But to no avail, for some reason he walks away scot-free. Rainbow Monkey now doing massive damage across the board here and not giving them a chance to walk out. Look at this devastation, Chef. I don't know how exactly they're gonna walk out of this scot-free, but it looks like this is a reset and come back to retake B again from them. Because now, he's just swarming with the goons from Tokyo Monkeys.
Yeah, this is going to be an initial first. They should probably at least be able to get a tick. And actually, nobody's sitting on point. They were sitting right outside of point. I'm surprised that they weren't actually, but nice. Some great shots from this Trans Am. That's probably why they're trying to play pretty safe. Headhunter going down is huge. That's going to be one issue with the Gym Sniper 2, is it is going to get one shot by a body shot from a Trans Am Dynamis, and you're going to have to be able to deal with that. Headhunter might be switching, yeah, going to be switching to RX-78 on the respawn, and it looks like Tizen now getting hunted down by Lee Sang-hyun on this gun tank. Who needs a true assassin? The real melee suit. All right, where's Gasman on the gun tank arc? I want to see it.
Are we calling Gasman already this early? I mean, like, isn't that the secret
Every
weapon?
day. No, every day, every moment.
All day,
I call
every
it
day, I
Gas Man,
guess.
yes. Also, may I note that I called it the Mega Charge site. I have made more mistakes casting Fusion in this tournament than like the rest of every other tournament combined because I'm trying to figure out the names and I'm not thinking correctly. But obviously, there's no Mega Charges here. Then we're gonna have a huge push. They might be getting this first tick. Not many people left on the side of Fusion. They do have some great G maneuvers available. Oh no, the funnel's gonna be wasted, and the Hades coming out, but Neo Nile's not very healthy, and so might not be able to get very much mileage out of this. Yeah, it looks like the Hades is going to be not really getting even a single pick. And on top of that, the Butterfly coming out, going to get at least one pick, taking out Lichgrave, and that's going to be 3 picks. That might be the end. They're going to be able to extend the time at least, I think, as they're starting to run back. But no, that is a full team kill, and that is going to be round 1 clean going to Tokyo Monkeys.
Tell me about it. I mean, like, what else can I say other than that was a hard GG coming in. Harbor City has always been known for the extended fight for A because the super long choke point, but for some reason, Tokyo Monkeys kind of just made it look like a breeze walking through there. Literally going for sightseeing as well, you know, like run through the harbor, straight down the middle. I mean, they didn't even bother looking through anything else other than the fact that they knew they had this in the bag. But let's see on defense whether they can do it this time, because now, as we swap sides, you know, I don't think that aggressive playstyle might be very helpful. I mean, we did see them work it out the last time with various other maps as well for the following few days, but I think Harbor City might be something else.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the damage is not super different, as you can see right here. It wasn't like super dominant, but the thing about Tokyo Monkeys is they're just so good at taking advantage of their moments for objectives. I was just talking about this with Cyber, being able to, I guess, I don't know, having to fight against them on a map with objectives like this. It's so difficult. They're so good at getting through choke points. They're so good at making the most difficult attacking spots in the game look not so difficult. And then when they're on defense, they make it double difficult for you. So this is really kind of one of their specialties. We're talking about all the different specific choke point maps they're good on. Harbor, we now get a chance to see them on. I would assume one of their best as well. I'm surprised that it managed to get through the bans, but it's looking good.
So, skill issue. Not being able to go to a choke.
Well, I mean, they're just so good. Their strategies for how they push through have been extremely good, right? They've got, especially, honestly, they've been taking really good advantage of this gun tank, but Yachty as well. I mean, just being able to frontline so well, and really also taking advantage of the Methis, every single part of it, right? It's just like their team is great at these specific moments. But now we'll see how they do on the defense. Again, snipe time.
Alright, now will definitely be the one to look out for. He might be able to thread the needle here to give just a few picks up for his team to get them to push in. But again, we'll have to see how, as we do see them trying to pick anything off here as he's slowly just checking. MCM already looking at half and not too much else to say from that point on, as they are all just trying to like find a little bit of a pick here and there, but looks like Headhunter already going ham on Teasen here from the backlines, and this is not looking good.
Yeah, that's going to be 2 going down. Actually, Yachty getting the finish on that one. Pretty aggressive little positioning right there, but that's going to be a 3rd. Yeah, we got to go. We've got to see a full reset here, and look at this. Wow, they are pushing up really far. It's not as easy to kind of like freely hold this corner with the way that they redid how this map actually like is like physically. So yeah, I like the fact that we're going to see a lot of Tokyo Monkeys be moving back just a little bit more. They're not going to play that super aggressive spot where you just instantly get picked, where all my solo queue ranked teammates play it. But Headhunter, you got to give them the angle, right? So if you're fighting too far forward, Headhunter's not going to be able to get those snipes. You're not going to be able to play exactly like you want to. And the scariest thing here is that we're slowly giving Strymon more and more G maneuver gauge, and that's going to be a full probably team wipe at some point soon.
I mean, they already got Go MCM down, so this might be a chance for them to slowly push in. They just need to try and hold the ground here and move forward, but it doesn't look like they're giving any space. It feels like there's still 6 players on the other side of the defense, and this is not looking good. Look, Ghost Flying's already half here. He's going to need some time to heal back up and try and push in again, and I'm not looking at anything else other than the fact that they have no ground cover at this point. They have not crossed the little choke from the center here, as MCM is again down for the count. For the most part, I mean, like, he's gonna go back and heal. Look, getting picked off just like that. Now going down for the MCM, as I'm saying. And who else do you want to go down for?
All right, well, we're getting towards the final, maybe attempted big push here that we're going to have for Fusion. So while that's happening, I would love to take a listen into their comms, see how they're going to be playing it. I don't know if they know now that they're all in vision, but let's take a listen to what they're saying as they're going to have to make their final attempt.
Nice.
No shield though.
It's 5 on 5.
The
gun
jump
tank
don't
off.
care.
I shot it, man. Come on.
They're pushing up on this.
Okay, we have Sauce Shield.
We
We
can
have
punish
2
this.
ults. Let's push off that.
Yeah, push on this. Push
Burning
on
right
this.
side. Gun take 1, absolute.
Push him right,
Dead.
push him
Nice,
right,
nice,
push him
nice.
right. Sauce, sauce, sauce.
Manos.
Nano.
They nano the Saws.
Oh,
Hostile unit confirmed.
I have punch.
Minute remaining.
Got tagged again.
Wait again, then we'll push up.
Do you have scans soon?
I'll get scanned.
Yeah. Get scans.
In the back, doing right.
Punching. Burning the Saws. Saws absolute. They have
This
Tornade.
one.
Oh, I should have hit the Tornade instead.
Burning one.
Methus absolute. They're both low.
Yeah, they're 1.
Gun tank tagged.
Alright, and now this kind of just pulls us out with exactly what we need here. This is fantastic moving forward here, as now we're just trying to make some level of play, as Antigua is now standing by on it, or should I say just flying? Chef, what do you think is going to happen here? I mean, we don't have a lot of things working for them. They have on extra time. They've got to make some amazing play here. I mean, there's only got 2 minutes back even if they get this.
It looks like they've got A. It does look like they've got A. I gotta point out that push from them while we were doing the listening was looking really, really good. It was just that exactly like I said, the more time that you give for the turn A's to build up that butterfly is the more time that you might just essentially get full team wiped. That's exactly what happened, but hold on. We've got a chance, right? This is a great take on A. There's not a lot of time left, but already they're putting up much more of a fight. Now they've just got to get through one of the hardest choke points in the game.
Right, now this is gonna be a death match essentially. I mean, like, the minute they walk in, it's less bang, 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 bang. It's just concentrate the fire. They gotta have to find a way to go around this, and with the Headhunter on the ready here, you just need to jump in, and this is gonna be a devastation. Look, there's no room for them to move out. They are just rapidly throwing projectiles in, hoping to find their mark here. It's just a blind fire there.
Yeah, they don't have much time, and I think they're trying to once again start to coordinate everything. Okay, the funnels are coming out. I think that's a sign that this is going to be the first big push. Oh, they're holding on. They're holding on a little bit longer. Oh, I love this. Can they find the target though? They've got to find their exact moment. They don't have much time.
No.
Oh,
There
there's
they
gonna be at least
go!
one. Oh, no, wait, it wasn't one. That was actually, it got shot out of the air. It looked like it exploded. That was beautiful. I think I actually need to go back and see who exactly shot it out. I think that may have been Tizim, or maybe, I actually don't know. It might have been Kirk as well. But regardless, that was a great opportunity for them. There's still a lot of members, though, going down on the side of Fusion, and they have not really truly pushed through. They've got 4 members, I think, of Tokyo Monkey still defending. Hold on, they've got through the choke point. There's 30 seconds left. Hades up for
online as
Neo
well.
Nile. Yeah, this Hades needs to be everything.
Oh, there we go. He pops it off. He needs to make a play here. Comes up from the back from Yeti, and he goes up around the back. Oh, never mind. He finds the gun tank. He might be able to make something work, but no. Butterfly is not popped out, and he's trying to make some play, and he completely shreds the entire team here, allowing him for a free team kill. And I think that solidifies who's the winner for this round, Chef.
I'm going to say Saraimu is the winner for this round. That was 2 butterflies now that have been essentially full team wipes. Very good stuff. Perfectly used. And the thing here, too, to remember is that these teams have all gotten so much better at dealing with just kind of throwing out butterfly and like just trying to team wipe somebody. But these have been really good defensive G maneuver butterflies from Saraimu in particular. Yeah, definitely deserved of that MVP. So they have thrown it out in moments where they were just not able to easily turn it around, right? Like we saw Neonel pop the Hades, which is a great counter to Butterfly, but they went underground. And the moment that they went into cover, then we saw the Butterfly come out. And then boom, half the team was already gone. Even if Neonel had come out, taken out Saraimu, it would have been probably over at that point. So great coordination to see that there. I think we saw that actually attempted in one of the upper bracket matches, but they didn't quite make it work on Mountain R&D. However, that's definitely going to work out exactly like they wanted it to right there.
Anyways, let's just take a moment to talk about the plays because as the stats are coming up, I mean, we definitely saw very prominent plays on some of them. First of all, we can talk about the butterfly at the very end, right? That was a beautiful 5K with the help of just a 1 from the side. They were able to just make that play completely shut down. I mean, like, if that wasn't the play of the game, I don't know what was. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was there was like 2 kind of like last chance moments that were both shut down in a similar way. So, I mean, I do like the fact that we got to see Fusion at least take point A when things were looking like it was going to be a complete shutout. And they did get close to the point on point B, but they just kind of lost the match as far as resources. And that's a big deal, especially just like Cyber was mentioning with how everybody's getting G maneuver faster now based on the patch. I think that them being able to just win out in more fights, get more damage was huge, whether it was the scans from the Gym Sniper 2, whether it was the butterfly, whether it was just kind of anything. You need to be able to keep up in that game or things just run away from you further and further. But let's take a look at this damage.
Across the board, we are looking at about a 18 to 20k, 20k damage across the board. I mean, like a rough average here. And yeah, you can definitely see that there is a clear victor here for the most part. Headhunter with 40k damage on the side of Tokyo Monkeys, which, by the way, is very surprising, all things considered.
Yeah,
33
I mean,
kills.
Honestly, if you look at the rest of the damage, except for Headhunter and Saraimu, it looks really close. Like, it's not too far off, right? Like 20Ks, mid 20Ks, but then those 2 in particular, which makes sense, obviously. You can basically see, I think, based on the damage, where the teams won the match, which was at sniper range. Saraimu going to be on the turn A, which has no damage drop off. It's essentially a sniper, doesn't have a scope, so you have to really aim shots well. But that, and then, of course, whatever Headhunter decided to play. Did of course, switch to the RX-78 a little bit later on, but I think most of the damage was dealt, I would say, as an actual sniper. So unsurprising. I think most people, I think I actually saw a few people in chat, like as we were getting to this game, they were like, wow, Headhunter on Harbor. Like, is there any player you would want to fight less on any particular map? Maybe Carl Sagan in the same spot, but honestly, just a disgusting thing to have to fight. Plus, that was, I believe, on JP servers, so I think we're going over to the North American servers now. Right. Altogether, just something you wouldn't want to fight.
Actually, I'm quite surprised that Go MCM was not doing as much as I would have thought, because like I saw around 13k damage on that end. I was really hoping to see something like a really mass, like control AoE kind of situation, right? Napalms all over the place, able to just stall them out, especially on the choke as well, of all things, right? And that's kind of disappointing for me to see. I mean, Go MCM has been pulling their weight for the most part in tournament, and it's getting iffy here. You know, it is potentially their last game. They have to make this work if they want to go into the finals.
Well, one thing to point out there as well is that your girls MCM has been really, really good on the Zakutu range in particular throughout this entire tournament. Has been one of the best that we've seen easily in this tournament. But this is not a Zakutu ranged map. You can get some mileage out of Zakutu range once you get to the second point, basically. But even breaking through with that is pretty tough. Yeah, mostly I think defense on second point is like kind of the easiest place you would use it. So having to kind of switch roles and switch ranges, not always going to be the easiest thing. So once again, I just have to say, the fact that they got Harbor was a big boon for them. But we're going to be moving now on to another map that is going to be starting with a long-ranged fight, Underground Command Center. However, the inside might be a lot more favorable for Fusion. Plus, we're going to be moving to the North American servers. So as we get that set up, a short break. We'll get right back into it when we come back. Boondiggle's just trying to stay alive. But just like you were saying, we saw T-Zim, we saw Headhunt. Speaking of landing a bomb properly, that was a really nice Zeta Unite, or oh my god, I called it Unite again. I'm going to do that a million times. G-Maneuver. G-Maneuver is the word here, and that is going to lead once again. Running around, trying to get the picks. Looks like they weren't able to quite get one more, but trying to put somebody over the wall.
It's an advantage as well. I mean, 5 of them were already standby there as A was being captured, and they were able to take him down.
Actually, nobody's sitting on point. They were sitting right outside of point. I'm surprised that they weren't actually, but I have made more mistakes casting Fusion in this tournament than like the rest of the other tournament combined, because I'm trying to figure out the names and I'm not thinking correctly. But obviously there's no mega getting even a single pick, and on top of that, the butterfly coming out gonna get at least one aggressive little positioning right there, but that's gonna be a third. Yeah, we got a good
right here, and MCM is again down for the count for the most part. I mean, like, he's gonna go back and heal. Look, getting picked off just like that. Now he's down for the kill. MCM as I'm
Nano the saws.
Oh.
Punching. Turning the saws. Saws absolute. They have turning. should have hit the turn instead.
Turning one.
Method's absolute, they're both.
Up around the back. Oh, never mind. He finds the gun tank. Might be able to make something work, but no. Butterfly is now popped out and he's trying to make some play and completely shreds the entire team here, allowing him for a free team kill. Welcome back, pilots. We are back with our match with Fusion versus Tokyo Monkeys. My name is Nightera, the man with not a sexy bit, and unfortunately, that's just gonna be it. You're not gonna see the sexy bit. But with me, though, we have someone a lot sexier than that. That's Wonder Chef.
Oh yeah, baby. No, I'm
Oh yeah, baby.
I'm sexiest when I'm off camera. That's how it works. Shout out to everybody posting the dances in the chat, especially Gasman for really holding that one down. But it doesn't look like we have a technical pause at the start of this map. We are going to Underground Command Center. Fusion down a game. Tokyo Monkeys one match away from making it into the top 3. We don't know who else is going to be in our losers finals yet, but this will definitely be our first team that ends up in the losers finals. And Tokyo Monkeys, they are playing extremely well. They're looking really well on the way to making it there. But Fusion, maybe a map that's not going to be quite as difficult for them based on their usual picks, based on kind of the enemy picks, but we'll see exactly what this technical pause is about. Hopefully nothing is too wrong. We have moved over to North American servers, as the first match was on the Japanese servers, so also another little bit of a boon for Fusion.
Right, of course. Also, don't forget, with Underground Command Center, this is something that Tokyo Monkeys is very familiar with. I mean, like, we saw the maps that Tokyo Monkey has picked thus far. I think you have a great idea as to why I say that. In fact, Underground Command Center is usually the map that Tokyo Monkeys picks, either as its first or decider.
Right, I do actually think that perhaps this was not a pick from Tokyo Monkeys. I think Harbor City was, but...
It was not.
Yeah, so everybody just tends to like Underground Command Center. It's a pretty even map, and it really lets you kind of outplay the other team. It does look like we had a disconnect on the side of Tokyo Monkeys, but it looks like we are back now, and so we've got a full minute of prep time to start looking at what is going to be picked. Looks like we're going to have Tokyo Monkeys on the defense to start things off, so they're going to be picking their suits first, essentially. We're going to see them kind of have a little bit of time to run out. On the other side, looks like all of our team of Fusion is pretty much the same. There hasn't been a sub or anything like that, and we'll see exactly who picks what.
Righty Reno, as we're gonna see how this is gonna pan out. I mean, I'm seeing a few different picks here. I mean, first of all, Girl MCM is on the classic Gundam. I'm not sure what inspired the switch here. We also see we just find the Satsby, and this is gonna be interesting for the most part.
Yeah, on defense, we can say for sure that the comp is exactly what we've been seeing for the past 3 games from Tokyo Monkeys. Looks like Lee Sang-hyun is going to be just sticking on that gun tank, been doing an amazing job. Yunoki, of course, both of them playing suits that don't usually get MVPs, and both have gotten MVPs so far. So, yeah, looks like for this first point, at least, your girls MCM, like you mentioned, is going to be in the RX-78, and they're going to be pushing out, trying to get a little bit more of that mid-range damage, perhaps. Like I mentioned, it's been extremely good on the Zaku 2 ranged, but you can't always get the range that you want on this first point, and yeah, especially when Headhunter is sniping, but Tizim, also an amazing sniper, is going to take out Headhunter. That's going to be a first amazing pick, especially with Lichgrave, aka La Bomba, getting picked up as well. I feel like we're going to have to see Tokyo Monkeys flex back pretty quickly here.
They did flex back pretty quickly, which is interesting because, I mean, usually Tokyo Monkey is able to just push in like that and then like completely wall them out. I mean, we saw the games from yesterday, immediately capturing out this waypoint. This means they have another spawn, a lot closer to side A, a little bit pushback from there. Just gonna see if they can make this work, as Neo just takes a free hit from the Headhunter himself.
Ooh, yeah, Headhunter holding one of the longer, safest angles that you can while still inside this building. You gotta kind of expect that he's gonna be there most of this time. Yeah, Lichgrave pushing up top. Looks like there's a pretty coordinated effort to push up top, up to the B site from Fusion. I don't know if they're gonna be able to get it. They haven't quite pushed in yet. And Tizim actually gonna be kind of playing the sniper for his sniper game as well.
Oh, there goes going down. Oh! Doesn't get spotted up, but gets traded back for the team, and I think he's able to get at least save Kirk from that.
Oh, look at that. They're doing a pistol duel. Tizim. Oh, no. Gets caught finally. I would love to just see Headhunter versus Tizim just battling it out basically on the Dynamis for the rest of this game. Everybody else just be honorable and stay out of the fight, you know? Just let them actually take the 1v1. But no, there's actually quite a few down now. Headhunter going down in return, and Yunoki. So if Fusion's going to push in, this may be their time to do it. Tizim also is the only one with G maneuver up in the entire game. Headhunter's getting pretty close to that Trans Am, but Tizim's definitely going to pop it, I think, for this next push, and there it is.
I'm really afraid of that Trans Am right here. I mean, every single time we talk about it thus far, I mean, it's been devastation over devastation as we run away from it. He's already popped it off, and we're going to see if we can make anything work from it. Just waiting for opportunity. No, does not find it. Just trying to look for it. There we go. Cross the board. Does not make anything connect here. Unfortunate for his, that Trans Am is kind of wasted.
Ooh, well, you know, did get a pick there at least and push everybody back so they could get that, but the Trans Am coming out from Headhunter is going to take out Tizim, so being able to use that second is huge. Neo now popping that Hades as well, and he's got a lot of great targets, going to be taking out at least the core fighters. You're training G maneuver 4, G maneuver at minimum, also getting the pick, stopping the disarm. That's looking pretty good. Tizim the one switching over to the Zaku terrain, trying to get back in time, not going to be able to. 50% progress, already locked down, but they're going to have to start back over. 2 minutes, they've got plenty of time. That was a good initial hold. B can be kind of tough to defend, depending on how things go.
Well, for the most part, I mean, they're hunkered down in this underground base. They don't really have to do much other than to hold on to this Mega Charge here, but we do see a Shining Glimmer coming in, trying to make some plays here and taking out the bulk, a Lich Grade, as we do see an entire assault coming in once again. This firefight ensuing and there's to no avail. I mean, they're just making ends meet here, but G-Moves are being popped left and right, hopefully trying to respond to that. Kirk going in strong from this one, and Rainbow Monkey is getting stunned, and unfortunately, he's knocked out. Going to wait for recovery, but there's no one coming for him though, as now we take another fight of this corner here and getting picked at from the back here. Rainbow Monkey getting the repair here and coming back for his teammate.
Ooh, and there might be an attempt to... No, there's not going to be an attempt. There was a little bit of a thought there, I think, that maybe we could retake the waypoints on the side of Tokyo Monkeys, but everybody respawned all at once, and we saw Lee Sang-hyun just be like, whoa, never mind, see ya, charge backwards, like, I'm getting out of here, which makes a lot of sense, right? It's a very, very difficult retake. It's pretty far from where you're usually wiping the other team, so you kind of need somebody to preemptively run back over there, which doesn't usually happen. And now we're going to see Sraimu building up the Hades now officially used, and now... Oh, gets hit by the axe, and that's going to shut down most of that, honestly. Not going to get too much mileage out of the Hades. That's 2 picks on both sides, though. And Anataka, or sorry, not real Anataka, fake Anataka is going to be using the funnels as well to try to push in, and going to at least trade 1 for 1 with that as well.
Right. Now, of course, you're going to see continue this onslaught here. Hunter coming around with his pistol duel. Wants to see if he can get a little bit of a whiplash from that from the back and round. But we're not going to see that happen here. Season is knocked out for the count, getting a free repair for his team here, and maybe he can take a fight here. As long as he needs to get the charge up now, there's 10 seconds left. I'm not really sure if you have the time to afford this, but they take Rainbow Monkey out here. There's a very good chance they can make something work. 5 seconds on top. They have to return, take it, and it looks like they're attempting to do so right now. Because now it's on to extra time. We're at least able to see them attempt something here, and the team on the side of Tokyo Monkeys are 2 down as well. They have a G maneuver on standby with Yunoki, but I don't know if that's going to help them in the long run now.
Well, they might use the combo of the G maneuver with the core fighter again. It looks like they are. Let's see if this can actually get through. Oh, only gets 1 pick. That's actually super minimal, right? For the fact that they use 2 G maneuvers for that, they might not be able to take this. And we're seeing the Hades pop out. We're seeing the Zakutu ranged G maneuver. We're seeing the Super Napalm, everything all at the same time to make sure that nobody can even get close. Super Napalm actually going to take out Lee Sang-hyun. That should be an almost, wait a minute, no, I was going to say guaranteed. Yeah, there we go. Just 1 little shotgun from behind was all they needed, and we're moving quickly over to point 2.
Fusion barely caught that one back off, but then again, Tokyo Monkeys has been known in their past games to just kind of sometimes, you know, let it slip a little bit. They might even take it back here, but this is going to give them a chance here. The mental reset for them, the kind of sigh of relief. But now as we go back to the fight here, it looks like we're taking 1 for the count here. The fight is ensuing here. We're on the rock here. Where are you going? We're going to have to wait for you to come around the corner as he fights in pack and see if he can help his team. Just flying into the grid, once again soaking all damage in for his teammates, but not to any success because he's just soaking it for free. None of them are helping him at the moment.
And we're going to see Rainbow come back in. This could be huge. How many's going to hit? At least 1. Yeah, I mean, it's very possible. It's weird to see in that particular spot whether the walls blocked it, but regardless, they're going to take advantage of that, push through, and they're going to be getting essentially a full team wipe. It looks like, oh, they even managed to retake the waypoint, but on the other side, we're actually going to see the Gom go down, and that's going to be at A, so there's going to be a pretty long run back. I assume the waypoint's kind of coming back for free, but this might be hard to actually full defend on the side of Fusion.
So Raimu's popped his G maneuver here with the Hades, and he's trying to make some place out of it. But it's going to hurt him just a little bit. But if not, he's just spraying and praying, hoping to make something work. And he does connect with 2-3 on the side with his teammate's gun tag here coming in hot. And of course, the Barbatos is not going to look out very good.
1 minute remaining.
Oh, and sees him trying to run back in. I mean, that was kind of like a neutral situation. Obviously, there was a big team wipe there, but we are starting to get to a situation where, yeah, all the G maneuvers are available. And look at that, the combo! Lichgrave comboing off of that axe from Tizim. Huge! That is gigantic. Nearly a full team wipe. That is definitely a free plant here on A. It is going to go down. Maybe not as free quite as I thought. We are going to be seeing Tizim get picked back up, but if there's one moment that they can make this happen, I mean, not only does it have to be now, but that was great. We've got 3 G maneuvers up. We've got the Screaming Nimbus. We've got the Hades, which is being popped. The punch is there as well. Every resource is going into making this work for Fusion.
Headhunter and Gun, and of course, Sung-Hyo has now their G maneuvers to respond back to them. I'm not sure if they want to because, again, Lichgrave and Kirk has their G maneuvers to respond. But with Lichgrave down, they only have Kirk on standby. Might be time to go for it. We do see the gun tag coming in hot. Seeking Missile. Does it fight it smart? No, unfortunately, knocked out of that.
Oh, the disarm is actually actually gonna... No, it was stopped! Just barely in time from that Screaming Nimbus. That is gigantic. We're still in extra time. There's only 13 seconds left before this Mega Charge goes off. So many members still healthy. Headhunter, though, coming in with the Trans Am is gonna get 2 picks, and that might be enough. 3 picks from Headhunter. That is everybody. Oh, no, we've got the punch coming out still, but it's not enough. Very nice. That's gonna be the full explosion. Lichgrave just barely there in time to get that final defense, despite Headhunter being able to nearly wipe out an entire team by himself.
I do need to point out that while this is great for the side of Fusion, getting 2 of the Mega Charges off, Tokyo Monkeys just needs to do all that with 1 extra second to their name, and that's it. There's no time to spare. I mean, like, that's just gonna hurt them so bad. And so we're gonna see how this pans out now, because again, Tokyo Monkey very, very commonly are the ones to push in for the defense, and we didn't even see them do that. Maybe something in their heads clicked today, and they're not gonna try and do that. They're just gonna play it slow. They have the opportunity. They have the time. They're winning. They're ahead. They're advantage. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I gotta just point that out again. That moment with the T-Zim Heat Hawk Slash, or whatever technically the G maneuver is called. Chat, somebody correct me on this. Whatever Zakutu range melee is called, or sorry, G maneuver is called. That into the flame from Lichgrave, from the Bomba. That was absolutely beautiful. Right, that was everything for the full win. Like, that win maybe probably didn't happen without that moment. So beautiful stuff to see, and I feel like just mentally and morale wise, that's going to be really helping Fusion as well. In fact, speaking of, we already heard one, but I would love to, as we start this off, get a listen in maybe with Fusion one more time in just a moment to kind of see how they're dealing with this initial push. I'd love to see how these teams flex back. We can see the map vetoes right now, but if we do have a chance to get a listen in as we're starting this off, let's do it.
Found an enemy unit.
Objective contested. The enemy has captured the waypoint.
In classic Tokyo Monkey fashion, they just pick it up.
Comms. All right, yeah, I'm not sure if we can be heard right now, but I'm not sure if the comms are exactly that quiet. But as this is happening already, yeah, Tokyo Monkey is doing really good. Mood. Shouts to Mood in chat. But again, chat, I don't know if you can hear us. Let us know. But clearly, not a whole lot going on. We are going to see Tokyo Monkeys pushing through really well. They've been really good at holding all of those initial, I guess you could say, like, waypoints. Super, super good. Yeah, definitely you can, because come go. Yeah, I'm only a GOAT because I paid you money for winning a Barb tournament. But you won because of lag? Duh, fraud? No, I'm just kidding. Congratulations to our 1v1 Barb tournament winner. I'm just trolling. But yeah, we're already here on the bomb site, and the Mega Charge is going to go down on A. There's plenty of time left, and a huge portion of Fusion's going down quickly.
I mean, it's kind of surprising. I mean, all the same, right? I mean, every time I watch Tokyo Monkeys take it with extreme speed from the first waypoint all the way to the Mega Charge here, it is beautifully done. I don't understand how they do it, but I would like them to impart their idea of rush speed to it.
Yeah, it's this is exactly what we've seen Tokyo Monkeys take advantage of. Man, no, full G maneuvers.
Full G maneuvers? I was going to call that out. Yeah.
100% all charge. Someone take a little screenshot of that. That is not what you want to see from the side of Fusion. Obviously, they can't see that, but if they did, they would definitely be like, well, okay, well, four of them popped right now. The first 4, yeah, all off the bat, and that is just going to be a slaughter at this point. That's going to be 4 down, about to be 5 down, about to be 6 down. That's a full team wipe. That is a guaranteed explosion. And look at this. This is a tough spot now where we're going to see so many members of Fusion getting caught in these awkward positions, not back in time to defend this amazing choke point. And Tokyo Monkeys doing an amazing job of pushing through it before the bomb even explodes.
Right. Now, of course, they have to decide which one they want to go for. I believe they are looking to go for B on this one, but we'll have to see as they wrap around the corner here. This rock is not something they want to stand next to. I mean, they've not a lot of cover from that area, and now it looks like they're going to push in for it. Zip is again going into devastation. Picks up 2 on the side, a free health back, and is still returning for Tiki Tsuraimu. And this is going to be very dangerous as Dirk is also out for the count. 2 down is like that.
Whoa, look at that little finish right there from Tizim. Yeah, making sure that they are not able to get very much. Honestly, on a really great hold from Fusion. That was a spot where you could easily just get run over, and this would have been GG very quickly. But not even the waypoint being taken is a gigantic win for Fusion in this situation. They've got the punch as well and the Screaming Nimbus, 2 of the best defensive, I would say, G maneuvers in the entire game. Well, at least one of the best, and one of them that can be the best depending on how well you land it. And we've seen how well it can work, especially the end of that previous game, but we're going to see the new increased health Super Napalm coming out. Doesn't look like they even attempted to shoot it. The punch coming out, but it was stopped immediately.
Well, there we go. The Nimbus, I called it out, as now they're just trying to call for a distraction here, buy some time for his team as he makes their way out. Dirk is going very low here, thankfully just making out just in time. But, oh, never mind, I lied. It's not just in time. I had to curse it out from there.
Yeah, that's how it always goes. Their ability to focus down whoever's using their G maneuver is so good on the side of Tokyo Monkeys, and this is going to be the opportunity. They did take the waypoint. They are pushing forward. Usually we're not going to see the attempts to plant at B. It's almost always A here. They are taking this positioning. They've got a great numbers advantage. Tizim, though, going to get one pick, and a huge amount of the members of Fusion jumping down to this side angle. And look at this, your girls at MTM catching the angle where you can't actually shield that as a zombie. VCY going to take out Yunoki while being taken out themselves. Sometimes that splash damage can be a little bit brutal, but so far they managed to stop them from getting all that much going on. Oh, wait a minute, wait, was it even active yet? I'm sorry, was that like a defuse that happened really quickly? I didn't see what was going on.
It happened really quickly, yes, it did.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Trans M popping out here from Headhunter. We're gonna see if we can make any plays coming in. Oh, there it is. I see the red laser and I'm really afraid of it. They're trying to take a fight here, but they see 4 on the side. They do take out 1 against doing the giant shooter he is. Gun Tech pushing in forward, making some plays here as Spike has to fall back here, but picks up the Gun Tech. Nicely done. Oh, that's it. Finds his mark, he's going to go for it. Nicely done. Tsuraimu's also out for the count, and they have now to disarm the charge at A again. But with so low people down, I don't think it's that hard to go. Tokyo Monkeys do have a response here with Yonoki's G maneuver, and they're going to make it work. Rainbow Maki also needs to fall back here very low, and not much to work with. Yodi as well responding to that. Beautifully done, and they're able to just clean up house. It's just a trade back and forth, not allowing anyone to go in. I don't think I can stop talking shit.
Yeah, honestly, this looks like a really great position, but Yachty was just sitting on the point with the funnels active and just taking out so many people. There we go, even like another one right there. He only has the assist. Headhunter actually on the Ashamar by a note, which is a very strange pick. I've never seen them on that, but it's very cool to see, and there's not a lot of time left. We do have the Hades, we do have the funnels, but now 2 members down of Fusion. I think they need to regroup here. They need to not funnel in, and 1 pick is going to be huge. Already they're going to get 1. They need to push in now. The Hades activated, but such a huge stun. You're not getting that much off of it.
It's the same thing again. I see Headhunter coming in strong in the same way as before, closing that battle to it, and not to mention with a lot of time to spare.
Yeah, a pretty good amount of time. So we are going to be going to overtime here. You can see 0 time on the side of Fusion, and not that much extra time. 40 seconds, definitely going to be an advantage, but not the biggest advantage in the world. This is going to be a pretty close overtime map, and we'll see what happens once we get to that. But you can see damage on both sides, absolutely disgusting from both teams, looking really even. Nearly, 42, 44 is kind of the top end. 30, yeah, this is just a lot of damage, even from some of the supports like Yunoki doing almost 30k on that Methus.
Right. I did call Tizim on Headhunter on Barbados at some point. That was my mistake. Definitely a flop on my end, but we definitely see that he does pull out the way. I mean, if he was on Barbados with 42k damage, I mean, you know what? He's got something going for it.
Yeah, that's definitely some stuff going for him. These players, they're kind of good. They're a little bit good, but you mentioned Headhunter on Barb. I would love to see that. Would never miss a slam, never ever. Perfect aim, but no, we're definitely not going to be seeing that. So we can take a look at what the comps are going to be going into this next round, and it looks like, as expected, they're going to be relatively similar. We have not seen a switch at, well, not really at all, but at least to start off the round, we haven't seen a switch at all from Tokyo Monkeys. They flexed a little bit during the match. Like I said, the Ashimar is really important for the Flame, which they didn't have earlier. But on the side of Fusion, we are going to be sticking around a very similar kind of strategy. There may have been a little bit of a shift as who's playing what, maybe. We do see the Dom this time around, but overall, very similar.
Right. I mean, once again, let's see if Tokyo Monkeys can make something happen here as they're going on defense. I mean, Tokyo Monkeys, again, have been a team that has been able to push in through the arc as well, all the way to their spawn, essentially. So, if they can make that happen, I mean, this is going to be very tough for Fusion to come back from. MCF is now pushed in with his team to get this point, but knocked out just like that. And the entire alcove is just out of the count. Now they're going to take a fight to the waypoint here, rolling down one at a time, fighting some mark here, but it looks like they're all falling bit by bit. Fusion's already down with 3 on the side, only 1 response for the gun tag. And there it is. This is it. 2 down, and no one to help repair it. MCF is also out for the count. Looks like they're going to take a reset here. Chef.
Yeah, well, actually, maybe not. You know, they took a little bit of time. Okay, they are. That was a little bit scary because there were going to be a few reses that were within that, or I should say respawns, because you can actually technically res, but there were a few respawns within that area at that exact moment. Already? And look, they managed to get back. Yeah, Trans Am. Again, you know, being in overtime, everybody starts off with 50% of their G maneuver gauge. You can see almost everybody's at full already. We got a few members. We got Real VCY and Yodi going to be already at theirs, and they're going to have to use it to defend. Teasem going in is also just going to get the axe very, very quickly. So we're about to see a gigantic brawl, but there's only about a minute left, and no, that's a full whip. Super unfortunate to see. Still, though, at least got 1 pick, maybe 2 with Headhunter here, and that is great Teasem aiming and movement as usual. And this might be enough for them to at least get the Mega Charge down. It is, and it's going to be on B.
A clean track coming in from Teasem here. He's not going on the sniper route this time, but all the same, still deadly accuracy, even with that machine gun of his.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different levels of aim that you need for this game based on which suit you end up playing, and I think Teasem's got all of them. Doesn't matter which one. Just one of the best left clickers that we've got in the world. Oh, Zraimu going to be using the Super Napalm to try to help get that disarm, but it didn't quite hit the range. It did actually. We got 2 Super Napalm kills at the same time from both sides. That is so rare to even see it get a kill rather than just space people out, but that does mean that we're going to see a really nice pickup again here from Fusion. They're holding this so well. There's one final push here. We've got the core fighter. The core fighter's going to be disgusting if you can get all the way around, but there might not be enough time to take advantage of it. Let's see. It's coming out.
They might be able to get this. If they get this, they have a bit more time to go for it. Another 2 minutes and 30 seconds here to their name, and that's gonna be really painful to say. Oh, sorry, 1:30 instead. When you're in overtime, you get a minute less. Haha, sight as Kirk does come out of that and gets a free kill on this time.
All right, this is already, though, a really big win for Fusion. The fact that they could only have to hold on for a few minutes even when they get on defense. However, now they want to push even further. They've only got 1 minute left, though. Like you mentioned, it's a lot less time, and it's going to be very, very difficult. The waypoint immediately captured, though. They took advantage of the fact that they were a little bit split. Yeah, it looks like we're going to see some picks, honestly, on both sides. If we can just at least get it down on A, that's also going to be a huge win. It looks like there's an attempt to. There's some great defense, though, from Real VCY here. Going to make sure that it's not even started. Any progress is big progress in overtime. That's important to remember.
Right, because every little percentage is going to hurt you, and I mean, there's no way to stop this timer because you have to hold on to it, disarm it, and it's still gonna just count. It's not fair for any side. If you're on the defense, it's just gonna be really painful. And now they try to make something work here, coming around the corner, running away. Headhunter with the Trans Am here, trying to make some plays, but to no avail. It's not hitting any of his mark, and we look Yodi going down for the count in some corner.
Oh, the Trans Am shot landing just barely, and that is going to be tough. I don't know, especially with the G movers available, if there's any chance. Yeah, it looks like even the Screaming Nimbus wasn't able to get any mileage. This looks like this may be over for this round. No progress on the second bomb. They are going to be trying to retake the waypoint just for funsies even at this point. But no progress is... Oh, wait a minute. They can get it down.
Lies, Chef, you spoke. You spoke, Chef.
Oh, 2 attempts. I like it. If they were on A, it was a possibility, but definitely there's just so little cover on B that it can be very, very, very difficult to get that down. It's very easy to rotate back for the defending team. But like I mentioned, when you're on overtime and there's not a lot left, right? Only 40 seconds extra on the side of Tokyo Monkeys. So this is not the worst thing in the world for Fusion. They should be very, very happy they were able to get that first point. This can be a very long point for a lot of teams. Now, if they can just hold their defense for long enough, they could take us to a game 3.
I mean, honestly, if I didn't open my mouth, What were the odds that they got it, right? I mean, Chef, you said that they were not gonna get it, they started getting it. I said that it was gonna happen, it didn't happen. You know,
yeah, I mean,
force of nature here, you know what?
It was unlikely. The chances were pretty low that they were going to be able to find that actual plant without, like I said, the rotation back. Especially like they went to B because nobody was at B, but it's so easy to get back to B that's exactly what does end up happening. But again, it's going to be huge what your suit picks are here. They just need to stop them from pushing through. So a lot of times in overtime, you see some switches to some suits that have longer charge on their G maneuvers because 50% of a lot is more than 50% of a short charge time. So for example, like turn A, I think is particularly very good on overtime. We're not going to see that though. We're actually going to see just basically the exact same comps as we have been seeing. I do like the Dom though, of course, that's going to be that much closer to a Screaming Nimbus. So this is just going to be straight up exactly the same thing. We're just going for the brawl here. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to prevent them from getting basically anything here.
Right, but in that case though, I mean, let's see if Tokyo Monkey can make this like astounding comeback again. I mean, like if they just push in the waypoint immediately like how they did the first round, it's gonna be hard to play, honestly. I mean, like how else can they do this? Alright, into the fray now. They've already got the alcove there all to themselves. Yunoki is just gonna stand triumphantly there, hoping to see they can get any snipes off, especially with their flies as well, doing another set of angles here. Running in Headhunter with the dual pistols here, coming in, blah, 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 blah. Can't even make anything work.
Tease him, almost going down, getting away with the smoke grenade, getting that health back very, very well. Headhunter playing a pretty close range here. Got to be careful of Tease him coming from behind. That could be a really scary situation. Looks like Inoki's going to go down. Looks like we're going to see a few members, everybody trading for a little bit, but also some repairs. Nobody's overcommitting at this point. For as close as this fight is, both teams are playing very safe and very much in their own area.
And that's very good because they want to make sure it works out, but Tokyo Monkey is falling a little bit behind in terms of the trade now, as we do see them trying to force a repair here to make some plays. And Surai moving very low, he needs to pull back, but still holding on to that, wanting to take that waypoint all the way. But it looks like they've all opted to just pull back, which maybe is for the best here. They didn't really force anything out, they didn't really like go down too fast, but decided maybe we're too low, we need to hold back. Good.
Oh, well, they've got one more big push here. All right, we're going to try something fun here with a listen in. We're going to listen in to Tokyo Monkeys. I'm not going to understand what they're saying. Most of us maybe not, but let's take a listen in to see what their comms are actually like as they're going to try to push through and tie this up.
OK。
これ一掃したい。ファンネル使った。
いや、無理だ。いやー、どうもこれ。えぐ。
無理か。
タビやったよ。
落ちない。めっちゃ死んでる。
2人死んでる。ピケ取れるよ、それ。
中継行くよ、中継行く。
敵、ヘルスやばいから、多分引いてる。
足も上。
左ペル。うん。あ、逃げたか。これ中継。
相手パンチあるかな。
パンチは使ってないと思う。
やばい。
ドーム。
無理。フェイク。
ドーム勝ちろ。
パンチ打った。あー。当たってんのそれ。
当たった。よ、すごっ。
おー、強。
A 設置。下ね。
A 設置見て。あー、もう上から撃たれた。
もう一回。
設置いける。
大丈夫、チームキルしてる。落ち着いて。
上取る。
俺らファンネルあるからね、ファンネルだけになんだら。
さっきの高台の方、右のね、高台行こう。
上来てる。
高台が引くとき一番左で引いてほしい、これ。
オッケー。
スロープ
左側ね、こっち側ね。うん。俺ウルトいけるから当たり合いで吐くよ。
下だくね。
階段。
それ抜けてたからワンチャン裏気をつけて。
パンチくる。
いやー、
パンチ使ってる。下作後ろいるよ。
あー、ごめん、後ろから来た。下作。後ろ。
いやー、ごめん。いや、後ろだったな。悪い。セム頑張れ。
下作まで。
下作ミリ。
ナイス。
3人起こすんだよね。
す
ぎー。熱。
いやー、今の。
ペロン。足ももろ。
触ると思う、これ。
大丈夫。
いける。ナイス。オッケー、比較確定。
오케이 오케이 오케이.
디크로너지 디크로너지.
나이스 나이스.
와 브로
그래,
아빠
저기-
나이.
열다.
이렇게
늑대 사기
이렇게.
열다.
All right, and that was I don't know exactly what it was being said, but we can
Wait,
tell
you
by
don't?
the way that they said it. You can tell that they're a very calm team, right? The comms are calms. There was not a lot of chaos. There was a lot of like clear, concise talk. It's kind of funny that you can kind of notice these things even outside of like knowing the actual language. But this is actually a huge push, so I don't want to talk about that for that long. They are pushing through immediately. They do not have much time left. 50 seconds. They are trying to make sure that they can get this. Yoda's going down. Neo now used the Hades completely. Gonna get a little bit of healing, but oh, we got the boost on the gun tank. It's not gonna actually matter. Most of Team Tokyo Monkeys is going down, and we might be ending up with a tie here. 35 seconds left. There's gonna be one more big push, I think, on the side of Tokyo Monkeys, but it can't even last that long. They need to get in, and they need to start planting and protect that planter immediately.
Yeah, if they can hold it down, they can still push it for game 3 here, and Fusion really wants to get the game 3. They played really well for this one. And there we go, the Planters coming in. Mega Charge is online now. They have to disarm it right away. The Nimbus is coming in to try and make some players, stopping them off, but to no avail. They don't get too much knowledge of it, but at least they're able to hop them and push them back. And unfortunately for them, looks like we are going for that game 3. Even a Super Napalm just kind of buying some time for the extra time comes in, and no one is going to stop it. And looks like Fusion has forced this one into a draw going into game 3.
No. Okay, so I believe that this is now a tiebreaker to decide who wins this game, right? This is not setting us up for a full game 3. This is not a win for Fusion or anything, but we do now, because I believe the progress was exactly the same for both teams, right? Full 100% progress on the side of, I guess, on the second point, right? We are going to be going to the draw, and the draw stage for this particular tournament for the first time is going to be Buried City. So we are sentencing you all to 1,000 years Buried City for deciding whether or not we will actually go to a game 3. It'll be a technical game 3, but it's time to see Buried City. First time Buried City in tournament, I think maybe ever. I actually don't know. I don't even know if has it been, somebody in chat tell me, has it been played on Crosshair League? I don't think I've ever seen it.
I'm not seeing anyone say they have called out Buried City, but as we wait for that, I mean, I can give you an idea of what the comms were for both sides. At least for what I understand, Tokyo Monkeys comms were pretty short and simple. It was just basically calling out like, oh, there are people on the left, who is down, how are they calling out, left side is a lot more dangerous, they have a lot there, so on and so forth. Very basic stuff. And I mean, there was some small banter here and there. I mean, I think Toto knows this best. We could ask her, but for the most part, I think that kind of sums up what you're doing, which is very common for most of the teams here, right? Simple call out, get it down, understand that XYZ is happening, done. Stop putting any extra information, that's all we need.
Yeah. Like I said, clear, concise comms is good to see, but I'm excited. I already got to look forward to this. Look forward to Buried City. This was a great game, by the way. This was, I mean, obviously it was literally a draw in overtime. Like, this is as close as you can possibly get as a match. So you can tell for sure. I would have to say that now, after seeing this, we can confirm that giving Harbor City to Tokyo Monkeys, probably not the best choice. Sorry. Sometimes the map pick and ban phase is where things end. But probably not the best choice. Probably no team in the future is ever going to give them that, or I should say probably any team that has Headhunter on it. But this is looking a lot more like the close set that I expected to see. Now, it is very possible, of course, again, that this ends up as a 2-0, but at the very minimum, we can see how the set could have played out if maybe we hadn't gone to Harbor City.
Right, and of course, I mean, as we still wait once again for the stats that's coming up here before we get to Buried City, I mean, gotta say, a lot of plays are happening. I think MVP, I don't know about you, Chef, but MVP for me for that round was definitely a lot of the flying Nimbus coming in here. I don't think that was the time the Nimbus did 0 exact mileage. Like, just existing caused so much panic at the spare round.
I mean, always. That's one of the best G maneuvers in the game for sure. When you've got the good Dom players on it, that is just it defends, it attacks, it pushes your team in, it gives your team an ability to kind of like run back onto defense, it pushes people off of objectives. It literally does everything. It gives everybody shields. Yeah, I mean, arguably one might say the best G maneuver in the game. I don't know. Chat, tell me if I'm wrong on that. But definitely one of the most impactful over the course of the history of the game, especially now that we're seeing seeing G maneuver charge come in a lot. It is such a good counter G maneuver, if that makes sense. Like, you see somebody
Counter
popping
G.
Hades, and then you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna Screaming Nimbus and just keep punching them over and over, you know? I'm gonna stop them, and if they want to shoot somebody, they gotta shoot me, and it's not gonna be worth their time. So stuff like that is just gonna be a really good big deal. But we can see how the
There we
damage
go.
worked out. We can see what the MVP. Oh my goodness, this is unbelievably high damage.
I mean, they played out like 30 rounds.
74,000 damage. I guess that's ridiculous still.
Across the board, it is looking about 52k, 53k. So this is really, really powerful stuff coming from both sides. And you can even see it like kills wise. Yeah, there was a 20 deficit on like their best players, right? Against Jet and of course Sehyeon. Very interesting that the Ganta is taking most of the kills, but across the board, I mean, they were definitely trading back and forth for it. And in fact, the only reason why we had such a score is because both teams did not let it out. That's why we're going into our next map, which is the tiebreaker round.
Yeah, and we do have to expect, of course, just as far as kills, right? I mean, this is a classic hero shooter kill scoring where kills don't necessarily mean kills, right? Kills just mean how many kills were you somewhat a part of. And that's like every single bullet that Gun Tank shoots. And even if they're not intending to shoot a second target, they are getting that second target most of the time. So you're part of everything. That's why we see the 90 kills. Almost hit the 3 digits there. That would have been fun to see. But regardless, 74,000 damage coming out of that Gun Tank, which is just going to be an absolutely disgusting amount of damage. Neo Nile, though, almost equaling that up on the Pale Rider, who, may I note, had some interesting changes in the last patch. Increased accuracy, strange,
right.
But, you know, we take those.
All right. Anyways, for the time being, though, as we're setting up for the next match, we're going to throw it to a short break. You guys can decide who you think you're going to win. Call your votes down. We'll be back in a bit.
So being able to use that second is huge. Neo now popping that Hades as well. He's got a lot of great targets. Gonna be taking out at least the core fighters. You're training G maneuver 4, G maneuver at minimum. Also getting the pick, stopping the disarm, take out Lee Sang-hyun. That should be an almost, wait a minute, no, I was gonna say guaranteed.
Yeah, I heard it was a little bit, but he's not, he's just spraying and praying, hoping to make something work, and he does connect with 2-3 on the side with his teammate Gun Tank here coming in hot, and of course,
trying to run back in. I mean, that was kind of like a neutral situation. Obviously, there was a big team wipe there, but we are starting to get to a situation where, all the G maneuvers are failing.
he knocked out of it.
Oh, the disarm is actually gonna... No, it was stopped! Just barely in time from that Screaming Nimbus. That is gigantic. We're still in extra time. There's only 13 seconds left. So many members still healthy. Headhunter, though, coming in with the Trans Am is gonna get 2 picks, and that might be enough. 3 picks from Headhunter. That is everybody. Oh, no, we've got the punch coming out.
See the red laser, and I'm really afraid of it. They're trying to take a fight here, but the C4 on the side, they do take out one piece G maneuver, and they're gonna make it work. Rainbow Maki also needs to fall back here very low, and not much to work with Yodi as well as
pick is going to be huge. Already they're going to get 1. They need to push in now. The Hades activated, but such a huge stun. You're not getting left. And no, that's a full whip. Super unfortunate to see. Still, though, at least got 1 pick. Maybe advantage of it. Let's see. It's coming out.
They might be able to get this. If they get this, they have a
available if there's any chance. Yeah, it looks like even the Screaming Nimbus wasn't able to get any mile.
マジロ
パンチ打ったあー当たってんのそれ
当たったよすごっ
おー強い強い
設定
Sentenced to 1,000 years, Buried City, for the crime of being simply too good on the side of both of these teams. This is a tiebreaker map. Technically, we are within our third game here, but this is to decide who will be the winner of the second game. It does look like we're going to be having another slight little technical pause as we are starting this game up. We did see some disconnects just in the first few moments from Tokyo Monkeys in the last one, but Buried City, I got to talk about this. I'm so excited. This is, for anybody who hasn't experienced release Buried City, you sure missed out on something. And that's something that only, I guess only a few of us will ever be able to truly remember. But currently, it is a lot shorter, and Buried City is a very unique game mode where you first have to fight over the main point in the center, and then whoever wins that gets to attack the opponent's core, dealing damage and essentially trying to take it down. If you can take down the first, well, I guess if you capture the first point, you get a point. If you take down the core to 50%, you get a first point or a second point. And then if you can actually take down the core in its entirety, that is all 3 points that you need to win. Otherwise, if you don't manage to get that, you go back and start it all over again until one team gets 3 points. Used to be 5, used to take way longer. That was a lot of fun. That was certainly a mode, but I'm excited because I think this is the first time probably that we're going to be seeing this in tournament.
Jeff, in all honesty, I'm gonna have to be real with you here. I have no idea what you just said.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, you know what? You're going to experience this game mode, and you're going to see how different this can be. So you can see right here what's on screen. That was the main points. We're going to be fighting over that point, and that's going to be where things start off. So there are some pretty wide angles, some pretty decently long angles. The problem is there's a little bit of a verticality to them. So if you're going to be standing a little bit further back, you're not going to be wanting playing suits like Dom. You're going to be maybe doing okay if you're like on Dynamis as Headhunter, but this is very much a mid-range map, especially at the start. Maybe a little bit more, you can get some picks once you're fighting towards somebody's base or as somebody's base, but overall, I'm excited to see this. Is all I'm really
might be into this game mode.
Oh yeah, Zaku 2 range, amazing in this game mode. One of the biggest things is once you actually win, right? Once you win this first point, you can see right here, the only point, once you fully capture it, you on the offense love Zaku 2 range. Zaku 2 range can literally just invincibility in, get some damage, die, and then do that over and over again. We see a lot of similar things with the flyers. I mean, we're going to see Ashamar do that well. Zeta, I've literally never seen Zeta. I'm going to start saying Zeta instead of Zeta. Zeta on this map in particular, but I'd have to imagine it's going to do really well in a similar capacity. I wonder if it builds up some of its like gauge on the core. No way to know, but let's see. We're starting on even ground here. It is a symmetrical map. However, your right and your left are pretty different, and we're going to be seeing most of the usual picks we're expecting to see. The Zeta's coming back out, though, as well on the side of Fusion.
Oh, and here we go, already contesting it right away. I mean, hasn't even unlocked it, and they've really got such a good position coming in on the side of Tokyo Monkeys here, and they're just forcing the fight now to them, coming in hard and heavy.
Yeah, a really big rush here. Oh no, they should have at least tried to capture. I know they were going into support, but yeah, just get the point, get a little bit of extra percentage as you're fighting around, right? Force the other team to recapture. You can just kind of like sneak a little bit hits in there to stop them. Yeah, once you start that, but it does look like finally Tokyo Monkeys is fighting back. They've got 2 of their own picks, and it's their turn to retake the site. It's very hard to retake this. As you can see, you get slight high ground once you're actually on the site, and that can be very hard to fight back from.
I mean, the only monkey in Team Tokyo Monkeys here is just kind of sitting down on that little hill and enjoying his time here. Look at that, the entire laser, you can see that happening here. Suraimu is trying to make a pick here, but is not trading as well against MTF as Neo now comes in to just clean up house here. And now this is going to be Headhunter going in strong against that. He's a little bit hard stuck here, but you know, Lish Gray's got his cover for that one. Now you're 17 under, and this is their objective to pick up once again. Once again out, we can see again another fly coming in and not taking it out with the hack, the Shadow Monkey, Rainbow Monkey coming in. Shadow Monkey, why did I say that?
Wow, that was what just happened right there? How are they standing still as the jet? Is there something you can do with Zeta that I just didn't even know you could, or were they running into the wall in accident? I'm not sure. So maybe I'll have to look back at that. But regardless, this is still looking really, really even. The positioning is great for the side of Fusion. Of course, like I said, they've got that high ground. Another important spot is going to be this high ground directly above where they're fighting. There's a jump to get up there, a lift essentially. Oh, huge axe! Lee Sung-kyun going really close to going down, not quite going down. Getting on that cover, gonna have to back him recover though. Not a lot of health either on this map.
They have G moves on standby though if they want to make something happen, but it looks like Suraimu was popped his, but Hades now coming out here. You do see a boost on the gun tank, see if you can make anything work, and pushes it forward. They do take it out for 1, but now coming around the corner, they are going to see Tokyo Monkey can continue to push the advantage here. Another G maneuver is up and ready. Now they have 3 on the side, and against them it's only Jets flying with the own G maneuver and go MCM.
Yeah, that could be huge. Placement of the Super Napalm on this map can be gigantic. Headhunter, though, has it as well. We've got a lot of similar G maneuvers kind of up at this point, and they've got a little bit of time to regroup as things are tied up. Again, once it's 100%, obviously, that is the capture. You can actually see it even says on there, like a little tutorial. But any first pick here could be huge, and we are going to see... Oh, that was a huge stun, and that's going to be 2 picks now from the side of Fusion. Oh, and T-Zim's going down. Might be in a safe place to pick back up. We'll see if that ends up happening. But just getting 1, not the worst thing in the world, and the charge is going to come out. Looks like they made the punch, and this is still holding on here. 99% for the side of Tokyo Monkeys, but they're not the ones in control. They do have a slight numbers advantage, but Neo now with the Hades is going to run everybody away. Somebody's got to get in here for Tokyo Monkeys to stop it. Who's it going to be? Headhunter taking the high ground, but somebody's got to be down.
Yeah, I mean, this is not looking good for them. Rainbow Monkey just sitting on that point trying to contest against them, and this is going to force an extra time push in for them as the Bomba now going 16 under. I keep using the same joke because I have nothing better to say for this stream.
And this is definitely a point here as we are going to be taking it for Tokyo Monkeys, may I note. That was a point showing that right there that we saw the real VCY switch to Exia. A strange pick. We do not see that competitively almost at all anymore, but just getting this first point is gigantic. Now Tokyo Monkeys needs to do as much damage as possible to this core in the base of Fusion, and their first push is already going great. Only 2 members up. You're going to start to see that percentage go down. Once it's hit 50, it's going to be invincible for a little bit, but they look like they're in a position to definitely take it down to at least 50, if not potentially win this entire thing right here. Yunoki is low, but look at this, the core absolutely melting, and that is for sure going down to 50 at some point with 2 minutes left. The bigger question, as we're going to see 2 points on the board for Tech, or for, oh my gosh, for TM, will we be able to take down the last 50%? Look at that, 4G maneuvers available.
They're just gonna pop everything. I mean, like, they have the Hades up, they have also the gun tank on standby. Headhunter's already got a trance, and look at that, slowly pick by pick. And there's gun tank moving in. Unfortunately, gets knocked out just like that for the ultimate, but that's fine.
Well,
corner.
Actually, really amazing job from the side of Fusion there. They shot the Super Napalm out of the air, and then they shot the Core Fighter out of the air. 2 separate players did it, but both of them completely denying the G maneuvers from the side of Tokyo Monkeys. Still, though, within that time, 35% left. This is, compared to how this map usually goes, this is a very good round for Tokyo Monkeys so far. They just need to trickle in. They need to do a little bit of damage. I'm surprised we're not seeing the Zaku 2 range, because at this point, that might be enough to be able to just sneak in and actually easily get that little bits of damage. However, they are getting their picks. They're pushing back in once again. The Exi is gone. We're going back for the Flyer, and if we can just even sneak in and do a little bit of extra damage, especially with high height or Hades, this could be enough. Oh, huge punch to stop the Hades, but that was already 15% down on the core. 15 left now, 10% left. They just need a few more shots. Tokyo Monkeys is getting cleaned up, but how do you stop it? You don't. And that is going to be a 1-round victory to close out the set. Tokyo Monkeys moving into the top 3.
Oh, I already said I hated to see this match go down, and I really do, as we have to say goodbye to Fusion, a team that I really got to love after a while. But Tokyo Monkeys, they are looking fantastic on this one. So, with that being said though, we're gonna look at the stats real quick ASAP while we can. But, Chef, any thoughts on what your favorite play on that one was?
My favorite player? I don't know if I have a favorite player. I mean, this was just so good for both teams. My favorite play, honestly, again, I don't even know if I had a favorite play. This was a really, really close match that all came down to who got the final 0.01% on that first point, right? Like, you cannot lose a round that you win the first point on. So if Fusion had pushed back just barely, it would have at least guaranteed that we would have gone to a second round here. Pushing it all the way down in one round is a difficult thing to do, but once that happened, it just seemed like Tokyo Monkeys was in such control. I know for sure Lux is going to be really excited that we saw the Exia. That's why we saw it in the highlight package right there, even if it was just for a moment. So that's going to be one big one, but I think this was a close one. That last game that led to this was obviously very close. It just all came down to who was going to win the first point.
That's not up yet, but then I'll say my thoughts. I feel like the two plays that I really stuck to my head. This one, I saw there was like gun tank solo at some point, just dropping everything onto 61% down. I think a single suit there. I love that one. And of course, you did mention this. I didn't even catch this one. They did shoot down a core fighter and the super napalm. Now that one was really crucial, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough to stop Tokyo Monkeys' onslaught.
Yeah, it stopped it for a little bit. There was just so much time left. That was the problem. So, yeah, that may have been my play of the game. It wasn't a game-winning game. It was just a delay the loss a little bit further.
The game-winning game?
Well, it obviously wasn't the game-winning play because they lost. So,
well, I mean, yeah, I guess, but they did stop them, right? Like, I would say that would have been devastating. Imagine a giant field of napalm there, and they're still going at it. That would have been so much faster.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it was still an amazing play. It took a lot of really good aim, a lot of really good recognition, especially with the fact that Super Napalm's actual health went up in the last patch or 2 patches ago or whatever it was now. So it's a little bit more survivable. You got to hit more shots on it. You can't just kind of easily turn and just gun tank shoot it pretty easily. So, I mean, really great stuff. Again, Fusion making it into our top 4, but that does mean that our Asian team will still be making it. They're still going to be there with a fighting chance in the top 3. The big question, though, is who will they fight, because they've now lost within this tournament to both of our top 2 teams. But now here we go, the damage, we can take a look at it. Suraimu is going to be the one that's leading this one, just barely over Headhunter, but that Pale Rider looking really good.
Rino, as now we're gonna see across the board, damage is about, I'm trying to count this one, I think it's 13k across, 13, 14k. And well, I mean, not too much to say here. This was a very fast round for the most part. We didn't see a lot of repairs because everyone was really going into the fray. And I think taking down suits were a lot more of a priority than getting your teammates up. If you were able to take a trade, I think that was definitely more beneficial.
Yeah, this was, you can really see that like the damage was relatively close, right? A lot of the damage I think came kind of at the end, but that's why we saw 99.9 to 99.9% at the very end. And then of course that 0.01 went to Tokyo Monkeys, but this seemed like it was well fought. It seemed like all of the picks were working out pretty well. T-Zim, you can see pretty decently high on the damage for the team, I guess I would say. Just trying to flank around, and especially trying to flank around some of their longer range players that Zaku 2 range can do really well. The problem was once they were on the defense, Zaku 2 range might not be working quite as well, so we had to see some flexing from T-Zim as far as playstyle, and that's just how things go. It was a really good way for Tokyo Monkeys as well to take advantage of the fact that they just got a little bit of momentum. They just ran with it.
Right, I think now we're gonna wait it out here. I think we're just going to wait for our next round. I think, who are we going on to next round? That's the question I have before we go into it.
Well, we will definitely be going to our only match that's possible, which is going to be our winners finals. So that's going to be Camille is a man's name, and I am a man, and Astakasha. Yeah, that's going to be the only one, because now we're down to 3 teams, right? We've got the winners finals, upper bracket finals. Those 2 teams are going to play, currently both undefeated throughout the entire tournament, both group stages and in the bracket. And then the loser of that will be in our losers finals up against, now we know Tokyo Monkey's guaranteed, who has lost only to both of those teams once. They lost to I think it was Camille. Yeah, they lost to Camille in bracket and Astakasha in groups. So they now have their chance to get a run back. They were both very close games, but there's only one way to kind of re-earn your pride there, and that's to bring it all the way back. So I guess we gotta wait and see. I'm excited for this winners finals. Very, very excited. It's going to be one that I think is going to be for the books, because both these teams are playing really amazingly.
Right, Chef, before we throw it to a break though, I mean, out of these 3 teams, who are you rooting for now? I mean, like, who's your mainstay going into the finals here?
I don't know. It's a tough tie for me. Okay, listen, not that I'm not supporting the Asian team here, but I just have a lot of friends on both Astakasha and on Camille, so it's hard for me to not want one of them to win. And also, I just feel like they've been playing so good. Both teams have been playing incredible. So honestly, I'll just say one of those 2 teams. And I know that there's a lot of people out there rooting for Tokyo Monkeys right now, so they've got enough support, I think.
I'm sorry, I'm one of those fans. Unfortunately, Tokyo Monkeys have done a great showing after that match as well. I think it might be safe to say that they are on a roll here, so gotta give it to them. I think they are looking really hard for this one. But
right,
yeah, now I mean, that's it. I mean, Chef, we want to throw it to a break. We're gonna wait for them to go play Astakasha and Kami's man out of man.
Yeah, we're gonna get our North American team set up, and while we do, it's kind of your last chance here to take a little bit of a break, right? You're gonna have to get your update your drinks, get your snacks, get everything ready, because we are heading into the final top 3 matches. When we get back from this Summer Clash, we'll be back after a short break with winners finals.